Hello Crafty friend, it's Justine. Today we're going to make a shaped card in the shape of a honey jar using the large die of the month from Spellbinders for January, and this one's called Honeybee Jar. So there's a honeybee and there's a jar. So let's just go ahead and start the making. So what I did was I took the main big die that came in this set and I die cut out this card base with just a folded piece of paper, and when I put it through my machine I made sure that it didn't go all the way through the top and then my folded edge would not be die cut. That way I could have a little opening for my card. And then I went ahead and stamped on the inside, have a Be Beautiful Day and the bee and this bottom part. Those were all from the stamp set for this month called Just Because. So some of these products this month are kind of coordinating with the bee theme. So let's go ahead and dive right into the actual bee jar. And there's also an add-on this month, and it is this honey stick. So I'm going to put that together on camera in just a little bit. But I have all of my little pieces for my flowers all die cut and ready. I just haven't decided on positioning anything yet. I just wanted to die cut off camera since there's so many teeny tiny pieces. So my first piece, let me just throw it across my craft room. My first piece here is just with the main large piece that is die cut, and that's going to go right on top of my card base. And it's going to stick up on the top, and that's okay because we're going to put this white piece on top to cover it all up. So that's okay. I'll just line it up with my card base and we'll be good to go. Some of you might be thinking, well, I don't want to make a shape card, but I have this die. Maybe it's coming in your whole kit and caboodle, and you want to know how does it fit on an A2 size card. Well, I'll show ya. This was the last card I made with the Stitch Die of the Month Club. So pretty. But let me just flip it upside down. This is an A2 size card. So you can see that it would fit just fine on an A2 size card. If you did not want to do a shaped card, you can certainly make the honey jar and then put it on a card base. So there you go. It can still open up, and I have part of my jar finished. So then the next part of my process is going to be putting on my layers. So I'm going to start with the bottom one and kind of work my way up. Because this is a jar, I don't want to put it all the way down to the bottom. I want there to be some of the jar showing. So I'm going to attach almost everything here today with some liquid glue, and I use Barely Art liquid glue. So I'll just try to leave a little bit of an edge there and adhere the honey. Then my next layer is going to be the top of the honey, and what I tried to do with my honey wand here is I use the same yellow from this jar on the dipping honey stick, so it would actually look like it coordinates. So that's kind of neat. Alright, and now I'm going to put my blue piece on next. And this is just kind of like space in the jar. I chose light blue just so it would kind of look like a jar effect, I guess. You could use this as a vase too. I'm just kind of seeing it here with, instead of yellow, you could do blue paper and then have flowers sticking out the top. That would be kind of cute. Or you could go jelly or jam kind of a style and maybe take those strawberries that came in the advent calendar and do strawberry jam here with this little top. I think that would be so cute. Now that I just said that, I gotta do it. I want to do that now. So that will probably be my project after this. Okay, well, if I make that, I will be putting that on my, when I make that, I will be putting that on my Instagram because that sounds so adorable. Okay, I'm putting on this white piece now. It kind of goes on the top here, just enough for the little frills to go on top and cover up the jar. So that looks about right to me. And then I'm going to take this jar. You know, this looks good, but I need to trim these off because that's bugging me. So I am going to cut that off with my shears. I love my Spellbinders shears. Okay, moving on. I'm going to wait to put the bow on until I have my flowers and bee situated, just because I don't want to kind of mess any of that up. So I have these little green pieces that don't need anything to be done to them. I have the bee, which has a whole bunch of parts, so we'll just set that to the side. These flowers go with this one. These ones are just standalone. I don't know if I'm going to use all of the florals, but I die cut them out so I would have options, which is my favorite way to craft, because sometimes when you're going along, you don't really want to stop and get out paper, and I just need options sometimes, you know? Okay, so those are all set. Let's adhere some of these together. So this big flower just kind of gets put on like this, and then this has a green piece that is the stem for this flower. And the green piece goes kind of on top of the bottom of this flower, so it kind of blooms. That was really pretty. I tried to use kind of richer looking colors today and just kind of dive into like a deep color palette here. Then these flowers get a solid piece, and then they get a piece that is kind of holy. And I could line them up, but I don't feel like it. I think it looks kind of more fluffy and natural if they're not perfectly lined up. Oops, and I just put... Alrighty. So that's looking good. I can't wait to put that bee together with those sparkly wings. I think that's going to look so cool. Okay, now all of these little pieces, I need to pop out the holes. For whatever reason, I didn't do that before this video, so I'm going to put them all in a line, or a little stack here, and then use my pokey tool to pop them all out at the same time. A little life hack. This would be a life hack if it was working. I do have thick cardstock. Well, that kind of worked. Things like this seem to work so well, and then I turn on the camera and it just does not. I have dry glue and crusty stuff from this paper on me already. Oh, and if you spot a little glitter, I'll tell you why. I just helped my husband add glitter to the ceiling in my new craft room. It is so pretty. I can't even believe it. I can't wait to show you too. I decided that I am going to show my new craft room. So I'm so excited. I don't even know what else to say about it, because I don't really want it to come off like braggy, because I'm not that person, but I am just very, very thrilled and so proud of my husband for all of the hard work that he has put into it. He's basically done all of it by himself. He's had help from a few people here and there, but it's really been him, so I'm very grateful for him. Alright, now the top layer of these just goes right on top of the blue. So it was important that I pop these off because a little bit of blue pops through. I thought it was kind of fun because on the example they used black and white, which is not very common in nature to have black and white flowers, but I thought it looked really pretty. So I'm probably going to have to do a black and white flower sometime soon. I'm pretty sure that Yana does all of those test pictures. I could be wrong. It could be somebody else over at Spellbinders, but shout out to Yana. She's so good at this stuff. Okay, now let's do the bee. The bee has a few pieces. The main bee die, I die cut out in the gold brushed cardstock, so it has that shine. And then the black, I just die cut out with black cardstock. And then the wings, I use this gold, not gold, silvery white opal kind of color paper. So it's very sparkly and I love it. So let's first go from the back forward. I'm going to use just a little liquid glue here and my tweezers to position everything correctly. There's etching on this, so I just have to line it up with the lines that are already on the paper. I like that Spellbinders makes that easy because it helps a lot. And then on this one, I'm just going to add the glue to the etched area and then pop it on with my little gem picker. Perfect. And then the head. So the two long pieces here are the antennae, and then this is for the eye. So I'm going to move my glue over. Do bees have yellow eyes? I don't know, but we're just going to go with it. No, I want to put white behind there. I don't know. I'm feeling like I want it to be cute. This is probably the kindergarten teacher in me wanting it to be cute, but I don't know. I just think it would be adorable to have a little white eye and then put a black dot on the eye. Plus, I'm using up my scrap paper, so that's always a win, right? The tiniest piece. All right, here we go. You have to move it over just a little. Okay, that is really cute. Now I just need a black pen, purple and blue. Where is my black pen? Ooh, I should use Nancy's pen. Nancy Stamps just sent this to me. Isn't that cute? Let's use her pen. Oh, that is so cute. Okay, I'm so glad I did that. Okay, now for the wings. We're going to put the wings on. There's kind of a thick wing and a skinny wing, so we'll put those on with our gem picker as well. What is this black thing? Oh, that's the stinger. We got to put the stinger on so our bee can be nice and dangerous. Fun fact, I've never been stung by a bee. So there's that. For the stinger, I am going to put it on the back so it can just stick out nicely. Okay, but what is the angle for the stinger? That looks about right. Okay. Okay, why do I need to make like 50 bees? That is so cute. Goodness, okay. Now for placement of everything. I think I want the bee to be, not the stinger falling off. I kind of want the bee to be on the left and then have some things. Maybe I'll just put the bee kind of right there. Just to be a little different than the example. I don't really like to always copy the example for a few reasons. Number one, I want to be creative in my own crafting space. Number two, I want to give you another example of how to use the product. And 3, to use the product. Okay, and then I think I'm going to arrange these flowers to go on top, kind of like this, and then add those little ones throughout. Okay, I think I can envision it in my head, so I'm going to just go ahead and try it out and see what we can do here. Hopefully you're sticking with me. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little kooky, but I don't know. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about this large die and other ideas you have with it besides honey or strawberry jam. What else can we do with this one? Could we put coffee beans or something fun inside the jar? Could we put that little whale and have it be like the whale in the jar? Or is that too reminiscent of the whale in the bottle? I don't know. You gotta tell me what you think, people. Okay. I've got this really silly song stuck in my head, and I almost just started singing it, so you're welcome for the filter. Things are looking just swell. And now I'm going to add these flowers, and I think I'm going to do a gem in the middle of these. I know the die came with a center for these, but anytime a die comes with a center for flowers like this, I just put a gem on it because I like glitz and glam. So it's just my preference. I'll put one right there. Look how well this tool works. I mean, it's really on there. But watch how easy let me just hit it and then it will come off. This is quite a divot down here, but now it's kind of shaped. It's giving Susan Tierney Coburn shaped flowers. Okay, I feel like it needs some more blue to be tied in, this dark blue here. We will have this, but I think I'm going to do some dark blue gems on there, just for funsies. I do have a ton of gems, so let's just pop those on. Just need 3. 3 to win. Okay. Oh, I guess I have not glued on my bee yet. Should we pop up the bee? Let's do that. Then it will look like he's flying. Okay, come on, bee. Long fingernails. I just love when the kits kind of coordinate together and you can have a lot of the clubs kind of go together. It makes for some really fun cards, and I can stamp a whole bunch of sentiments and then use them on a few cards and not have to stop and dig out other stuff, and it's just all together. So I really appreciate that. Spellbinders, if you're listening, you did good. Alright, there's my little bee. How stinking cute is that? You guys. Okay, now I'll put this on. This is the ribbon, and then I'll put the bow on. Kind of gives this a country cute little feel to it. I always joke that I'm half farm girl because my mom grew up on a farm and worked with agriculture for her whole life. Ah, my gem. So, and I married a man who grew up on a farm too, so I feel like I got some farm in my roots. My husband would love to have bees, so that is a long-term goal for him, to be a beekeeper. He makes this really cool kind of salve. My coworker named it Every Person's Dream Balm. It's with olive oil and beeswax. So I guess one day we could use our own beeswax. Till then we have to buy it. But it works really well for dry skin. So I'm just saying. You smell like olive oil though. Which, depending on your personality, you might like, or you might not like that. I don't mind. Alright, so for this, I don't know, there's a name for this, right? A honeycomb? Is that what they call it? Don't know. I'm going to just go ahead and line up the pieces and then we'll glue them on. For this, I'm going to put the glue down in just some lines and then pop the pieces on top because they're kind of skinny and touchy, so I don't want to fuss around with putting glue on the back of them. I'm going to get them on here and then line them up once I have them on. Don't have to do too much fussing. They look pretty good to me. Okay, and then for the honey kind of glue, the honey drip, I'll call it, I'll put that on like that. And of course, when I put that on, something wiggled. Get back to where you were. Okay. Now for this, I was kind of envisioning this to be kind of an accessory, if you will, with this card, just to kind of go with it. Maybe I will do some kind of a bow on the top. I don't know, but this is a really cool die. I think I might need to put it on a card now because it is neat, but it kind of goes with this theme of the honey. So let me know what you think about this project. I find it to be really fun and pretty playful, so I really love it. I think on the back I need to do something to make that look a little nicer, but we'll see. Anyway, oh perfect, things are popping off. You know, before I start flipping this around, I better let things dry, and I will be posting pretty pictures on Instagram of this later. So if you're interested in following me, I'm just Stationery by Justine on Instagram. If you've liked today's video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe for more videos in the future. We'll see you next time, and thank you for watching. Bye.